In today's video, we're embarking on a fascinating journey through NBA history, revisiting the greatest teams that came oh so close to championship glory, but fell short. These teams may not have hoisted a Larry O'Brien trophy, but they've etched their names in the history books. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have the gritty and resilient 1993-94 New York Knicks. Led by Patrick Ewing, the Knicks battled their way to the NBA Finals, but faced a formidable foe in the Houston Rockets. Despite falling short, their memorable run and hard-nosed style of play earned them a spot on our list. The opportunity for a championship title slipped through New York's grasp as they succumbed to the defensively strong Rockets in a tight and highly competitive 7-game series. The Knicks of the early 1990s displayed grit and tenacity, but despite their fierce efforts, they fell agonizingly short in their pursuit of success. Coming in at number 9, we have the youthful and explosive 2011-2012 Oklahoma City Thunder, featuring a trio of future MVPs in Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. The Thunder made a captivating run to the finals but failed to the experienced Miami Heat. Their journey showcased the potential of a young and talented roster. Westbrook and Harden are still in search of their first ring and will be hoping they can win a ring this season in a well-balanced Clippers team. At number 8, we revisit the 2001-2002 Sacramento Kings, a team known for its exciting brand of basketball. Led by Chris Webber and Vlade Divac, the Kings reached the Western Conference Finals only to be embroiled in a controversial series against the Los Angeles Lakers. The outcome left fans and analysts alike questioning what could have been. The series swung back and forth, stretching to a full 7 games and showcasing memorable battles. Undoubtedly, Robert Horry's buzzer-beating 3 in Game 4 served as the pivotal moment for the Kings. Had that shot missed, the Sacramento Kings could have very well claimed the NBA championship. Adding an eerie layer to the Kings' 7-game series loss are the subsequent allegations that have surfaced. There are implications that Game 6 was officiated in favor of the Lakers. Nonetheless, this talented Kings team would fall just short of winning a ring despite being up 3-2 against the 2-time defending champion, Lakers. Unfortunately for the Kings, they would lose the next 2 games by a combined 10 points as Los Angeles would go on to win a 3rd straight championship. Taking the 7th spot is the high-flying 1992-93 Phoenix Suns, led by the dynamic duo of Charles Barkley and Kevin Johnson. The Suns electrified the league with their fast-paced style, finishing the season with an impressive 62-20 record, guided by the exceptional leadership of superstar MVP Charles Barkley, boasting an average of 25.6 points per game. In the playoffs, the Suns demonstrated resilience by winning 2 elimination games en route to the finals. Despite their efforts, Phoenix couldn't halt Michael Jordan, who had delivered a remarkable performance, averaging 41 points per game throughout the 6-game series, ultimately securing the championship for his team. In the 6th spot, we have the perennially competitive 1996-97 Utah Jazz. Anchored by the legendary duo of Karl Malone and John Stockton, the Jazz faced heartbreak in back-to-back NBA Finals losses to the Chicago Bulls. Their sustained excellence earns them a well-deserved place on our list. The Jazz likely would have clinched back-to-back championships if it weren't for the existence of Michael Jordan's Bulls. Despite having the best home court advantage in the league and losing just 3 games in Utah during the regular season, the Jazz deserved to secure at least 1 title. The finals unfolded as one of the closest ever, with the Bulls scoring only 4 more total points than the Jazz, and the average margin of victory being a mere 6 points. The games were characterized by a slow and grueling pace. Jordan's impressive scoring average of 32.3 points per game proved pivotal in carrying his team and outdoing Malone. Consequently, Utah's 2 Hall of Famers are now remembered as perhaps the best duo to have never secured an NBA championship. Securing the 5th spot is the 2015-16 San Antonio Spurs, a team synonymous with precision and teamwork. Despite a historic regular season, the Spurs faced an unrelenting Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs, bowing out in a memorable clash. Their excellence, however, remains a testament to the Spurs' culture of success. Led by superstar Kawhi Leonard, the Spurs boasted a roster featuring key players like LaMarcus Aldridge, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Danny Green, Patty Mills, and the 39-year-old Tim Duncan. San Antonio concluded the season with the 7th best record in NBA history, finishing at an astounding 67-15. Notably, the Spurs achieved a historic feat by winning their first 39 home games, marking the best start to a season in NBA history. They also had the top defensive rating and net rating in the league. Despite sweeping the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round, the Spurs were eliminated from the playoffs with a 4-2 series loss to a talented Thunder squad. Landing at number 4, we have the star-studded 2020-21 Brooklyn Nets. With a big three of Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, the Nets showcased offensive firepower but faced injuries and challenges in the playoffs. The Nets were literally an inch away from beating the Bucks in a Game 7 where it appeared Durant had nailed a three-pointer in the dying seconds of the game to win it for the Nets. However, it would be found that Durant's foot was just an inch over the three-point line, with the shot being ruled as a 2, forcing overtime. Despite KD's historic 48-point performance, the Nets lost the game in OT against a formidable Bucks side. Their journey left fans wondering what could have been in a season filled with twists and turns, riddled with injuries. Taking the third spot is an analytically driven 2017-18 Houston Rockets. Led by James Harden and Chris Paul, the Rockets were on the cusp of dethroning the Golden State Warriors but faced injuries at the wrong time. Despite a valiant effort, they couldn't overcome the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. The Rockets secured the league's top spot with an impressive 65 victories and boasted the highest offensive rating at 114.7. James Harden, after years of pursuit, finally clinched the coveted MVP trophy, and the Rockets emerged as the most prolific three-point shooting team in NBA history. Houston carried this momentum into the playoffs, taking a 3-2 series lead against a frightening Warriors side before Chris Paul suffered a hamstring injury. In a notorious turn of events, the Rockets missed 27 consecutive three-pointers in Game 7. There is little doubt that they would have advanced to the finals had their second-best player been on the court. This season, the team demonstrated improved defensive prowess and seemed to strike a balance between long-range shooting and ball movement. Despite these positive strides, fate had other plans. Securing the second spot is the resilient 2016-17 Cleveland Cavaliers. In a historic finals rematch against the Golden State Warriors, LeBron James and company showcased unmatched determination. Despite a valiant effort in the series, the Cavaliers fell short against a formidable Warriors side that had added an all-time great in Kevin Durant to their already stacked team. That Cavs team dominated the East in the playoffs that year, only dropping one game in the dying seconds on their road to the finals. The Cavs boasted a record-breaking offensive rating of 120.3 in those playoffs, largely due to their incredible shooting led by Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. However, the historic Warriors side they came against the finals was on another level. The Cavs were the only team to beat that Warriors side in the playoffs that season, as the Warriors ended up winning the championship that year with a historic 16-1 playoff record. The Cavs had to score the highest number of points in a half in playoff history with 86 points to just win one game against that stacked Warriors side. Despite LeBron James averaging an incredible triple-double with 33.6 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists in 5 games in the 2017 NBA Finals, it wasn't enough to win the chip. Topping our list at number 1 is the record-breaking 2015-16 Golden State Warriors. With a historic 73-9 regular season record, the Warriors were on the brink of greatness. However, a stunning finals collapse against the Cavaliers left them without the championship they craved. Their unforgettable season is etched in NBA history as one of the greatest teams to fall short. The Warriors boasted an abundance of talent featuring the likes of Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Despite overcoming a 3-1 series deficit against the Thunder to preserve their historic season, the Warriors faltered in the NBA Finals. Although they initially secured a 3-1 lead, LeBron and the Cavaliers orchestrated a historic comeback, turning the tide. The spectacular regular season culminated in a less-than-ideal conclusion as the Warriors lost in a 7-game series. As we wrap up our exploration of the top 10 greatest NBA teams to not win a championship, we hope you enjoyed revisiting the resilience, talent, and unforgettable moments produced by these exceptional squads. If you're a fan of basketball and want more content like this, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell to be alerted when we drop our videos. Which team do you believe is the most iconic among those that didn't secure a championship? Join the discussion with your fellow basketball enthusiasts and let us know your personal favorites.